Ty Cobb may be the greatest player to ever wear the Old English D, but Hank Greenberg isn't too far behind him. Although his career B-WAR sits at just 55.7, which is 25th all-time amongst first basemen, Hank Greenberg is generally considered to be amongst the top 5 to ever play the position. Reason being, well, he missed an MLB record 47 months of his prime due to the Second World War. In fact, Greenberg was the first major leaguer to volunteer for the war effort, and was an active participant at the China-India-Burma theater. But to just discuss his lost years to wartime would be a grave disservice to the man they called the Hebrew Hammer. The 1930s infamously saw some of the worst discrimination in human history. Anti-Semitism ran rampant throughout all of the Western world. While we may put the majority of our focus on the atrocities caused by the Nazi Party in Germany during this era, things weren't exactly peachy for Jewish people in North America either. Open discrimination was by no means a faux pas, and anti-minority sentiment was prevalent amongst players in the majors. Luckily for Greenberg, he was one of the 5 greatest hitters on the face of the planet Earth at the time, and thus he was able to pave a career in the sport anyway. However, his merits were not enough to shield him from the racial abuse on the diamond. According to Hank's son, Steve Greenberg, opposing players were vicious in their abuse. They were calling him every name in the book, and would make statements like, "Throw him a pork chop, he can't hit that," a mockery, of course, of Jewish kosher law. Yet Greenberg managed to persist through all the vitriol and carve out an incredible major league career. Across 1,394 regular season appearances, Greenberg finished with a .313, .605, .1017 slash line, 331 home runs, and a career .159 OPS+. That's good for 15th in baseball history. Now, 12 of the 13 seasons Greenberg played were in a Detroit Tigers uniform. However, his final season in 1947 with the Pittsburgh Pirates may be his most impactful. Despite being a shadow of his former self as a player, Greenberg's actions on the diamond were significant that season. At this point in time, most of the hatred that was flung his way had dissipated. Greenberg had become a respected veteran. He was also accomplished in every single way you possibly could be in the sport. But while he was on his way out, having finally earned the respect and admiration of all of his contemporaries, a new, young rookie was beginning to draw the ire of his companions. His name? Jackie Robinson. As Major League Baseball's first ever black athlete, Robinson faced an uphill battle at every turn. Whether it be from players, umpires, owners, fans, Robinson endured hate from every angle, but not from Greenberg. It was reported that during a game between the Dodgers and the Pirates, Greenberg gave Robinson some words of encouragement. "Don't pay any attention to these guys who are trying to make it hard for you," Greenberg said. "Stick in there. You're doing fine. Keep your chin on." From there, the two icons of the sport would develop a friendship that would last the rest of their storied lives. For his contributions to the game, Greenberg was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1956 on his 8th ballot. But if you were to ask me for my opinion, as a person, he would undoubtedly make it in on the first.